Yo, YouTube family, my family. What's up, YouTube family? I know I've been gone for a minute, but I've been working. I've been working on building the subscribers up, and I've been working on getting all of my equipment and situations set up for content creation purposes only. First and foremost, Happy New Year to everybody. I just wish the best for you guys. I hope you guys is putting in the work to I hope you guys is doing whatever you got to do to get to wherever you got to go. That's like the best way I could put it. I just, I'm hoping you can find it in yourself to do what you got to do to get to wherever you're trying to get to, and ain't nobody to judge, ain't nobody to worry about. Just do what you got to do. Time is flying. Seems like time is flying. And at the same time, time is flying. Distractions are at an all-time high, so you want to stay focused and do what you got to do to get to where you're going. All right. With that being said, I go by the name of DiGDemetrice. And this is Hey Dig'em Network Studios that we're in. Paid cash. All right. So, this video today is about something that's going on in the hip hop community, right? We'll talk about a few other things, but the sole direction of this video is to talk about something that's going on in the hip hop community. And what's going on is YoungNobel from Tupac's Outlaws group, right, dropped a diss song on the one and only Nas, right? YoungNobel got a song dissing Nas called Euthanasia. I think that's the name of it. And he said he dissed Nas because Nas said some things in a couple of interviews and some stuff that he been just hearing from different interviews about Nas saying little slick things about Pop. And those things where he said that Nas said that he introduced Tupac to Hennessy. Nas said he introduced Tupac to Hennessy, and Nas also said that Tupac got that style of chain from him. Tupac had this euthanasia chain. It was crazy. Tupac was speaking for me, the first person I ever saw with it was Tupac. Now, if Nas could prove that, then I would have to look into that and do the research on that. But I did see Nas's chain for the first time, and I did see Tupac's chain for the first time, okay? The first time I saw Tupac euthanasia chain with the big old circle on the front of it was when Tupac did the interview. When he was outside, they was out in Central Park or whatever, and he was like, all these niggas battling over East and West and all that old bullshit. We would come and bring in a new government that would feed every person in New York or whatever. Y'all battling over East and West. And we'll come, y'all battling over East and West. What we'll come do is bring a new government in here, which will overthrow the government that y'all got now, which is Nas and Bad Boy and all that old bullshit, and overthrow it with a new government that will feed everybody in New York. And nigga walked off Pop crazy as fuck. Pop crazy. So that was the first time I saw that chain. A big circle like that. That was the first time I ever saw a circle that big, a pendant that big. And Pac had like two different hooks on his. He didn't have like one chain connected to the circle, and it's like this. Pac had each side of Pac chain was coming down, connecting to both sides of the circle, bro. crazy. Changed the game. It was crazy. And so Nas, I remember when Nas put out the QB album. When Nas put out the Queensbridge album, that was the first time I ever saw Nas. I think it was on the cover of the Queensbridge album. Nas put his chain on the cover of the Queensbridge album, and that same pendant, it was like a big circle pendant or whatever, with a Q and a B on it or whatever. For Queensbridge, whatever. That was the first time I saw it. So if Nas said he had it before Pac, I would really want to see that. But I know Pac had it before him. Okay? Also, I've been a fan of Nas since Nas came out. Listen to a lot of Nas music. I really love Nas's music. I love Tupac music even more, just as more. But I love Nas's music, bro. Okay, so the first time so this that with the chain. Now Hennessy. The first time I even heard niggas like bragging on just Hennessy, it was Tupac. If I could hear a song from Nas where he was talking about Hennessy before Pop, I would have to look into that. But niggas was talking about popping Cristal and Chrissy and Ace of Spades and this and that and this and that and Bel Air and Belvedere and niggas was talking about that. Pop was the one talking about Hennessy and weed, bro. Pop was the one talking about Hennessy and weed. So unless I see that from Nas, I just have to see that. But as far as I know, Pop was the first one I heard talking about Hennessy. Period. All right, so for those reasons, Noble decided to go in on Pop. Noble decided to go in on Nas. Okay, the song called Euthanasia. I listened to the song. I listened to the song 3 or 4 times. And Noble went in, he said some things. And the Outlaws is like legendary to me. The Outlaws is like legendary to me. I love the Outlaws. I love every last one of the Outlaws. From YoungNobel to Napoleon, Castro, EDI, Fatal, Gaddafi. Shout out to all those boys. Big Sight, Mo Preem. Shout out to all those boys. I'm a fan of the Outlaws. I used to ride around in my Impala SS listening to. I used to ride around in my 96 Impala SS listening to the Outlaws all the time. That was like one of my favorite CDs. The Tupac and the Outlaws, Still I Rise. Boy. Tupac and the Outlaws, Still I Rise. If you want to hear some music, bro, that's where it's at. Okay, so YoungNobel goes in on Nas. My rating on the song is, I would give the song me knowing YoungNobel, I would give that song a from 1 to 10. From 1 to 10, I would give that song a solid 5.5 to 6. From 1 to 10. And I rate hard. I would give it a 5.5 to 6. Why did I give it a 5.5 to 6? Because, one, I know YoungNobel could rap. YoungNobel could rap. Like, YoungNobel could rap. Okay? YoungNobel could rap. And the song was fire. But honestly, my opinion is it has to be even more fire than that, than a 5.5 or 6. If you come in at a rapper like Nas, my dear brother, If you coming at a rapper like Nas, my dear brother, you gotta come with a at least. Well, but I said this though. I said this right, YouTube. Sometimes the first song ain't got to be all that crazy. That first song could be a bait / a bait deal. So you would in a chess game, you wouldn't just put your best out there maybe right now. It's like one way that you could play chess. There's one way. There's one war strategy you could use in playing chess, and that is not just throw your best joint out there on the first go around. You can wait for he could have been waiting for Nas to respond and gonna bring something back that's a 8 or a 9 or a 10. So he probably just waiting on Nas to respond, because I know that song could have been more fire than it. It was kind of like on a chant. He was rapping, but he still was like, it was kind of like it was kind of chanty a little bit. He was rapping, but it was like, you said he'll rap like he'll rap, and then you have to listen to it. You have to listen to it. And, it's kind of like slow pace a little bit, and it's kind of chanty a little bit more so than rapping. He's like saying some things in like a chant fashion or whatever. And like I said, the song is not whack, but me personally, I just felt like it was a song that it should have been even crazier. Even if you're gonna do a bait Nas is kind of rapper, or even if you is gonna do a bait song to bait Nas in, that bait song needs to be at least a 7 or 8. And then when Nas respond back and you put out your fire song could be a 9 or a 10. That's just how I feel you would have to come at a rapper like Nas. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know what YoungNobel's war strategy is against Nas, because you got to be strategic if you is about to come at Nas on a music tip, brother. We know what Ether, we heard Ether. We know what Nas could go. Nas could go nasty. Nas was nasty Nas at one point. Nas could get ugly. We heard some things Nas said in Ether, and Nas could get nasty. And Noble is a rapper. Like that song Noble got called "Mash for Our Dreams" on it. Of course, y'all Noble is also the guy who kicked off the Hail Mary. Noble kicked off the Hail Mary classic with the way Noble came in on that Hail Mary. Gospel, ghetto gospel, the way Noble came in on that Hail Mary. Music to your ears. So, and I like that "Mash for Our Dreams" that he did on the game related soundtrack. Noble got a song with Storm called that's produced by that's produced by Dash Dillinger, called "Mash for Our Dreams." And Noble comes in with a long like verse, maybe like 48 bars, letting you know that he's a rapper. "Mash for Our Dreams," peek the scene, whatever's going on around me, brain kinda cloudy, worked out, but no, it won't work, is overhead. Make sure when you diss them, make it clear, yeah, it's on your road to cheat, or shout out straight garbage, spitting that nonsense, rap pack of no contact, instantly, rhyme for rhyme, who wanna skirmish me, think of tempting me, you just as soggy as a wallaby, and obviously I'm stiff and strict with it, just right, saying y'all niggas sick with it, stick to the real, flow slower than L-Dog, ill that if he said it, he meant it. If he said it, then his homies didn't brain clear. Y'all can be hands like Joe Claire, original gun clappers with no fear. Shout out the BDI, put them on that ghost like idiot. I mean for cream, shaking ain't never seen our whole team. Secrets of war, outlaws rush the floor, killer Gaddafi, thug in peace. You get caught slipping, get plugged in the streets. Even if you packing yours, lost souls prefer faux foes. Value elite, elite, nasty new street slugger. Eat them seeds like meat lovers. For everyone who blessed and put a fast one in me. Knowing I puffed and walked around with pop ashes in me. Get just as dirty as Bert, or maybe even worse. Sun stressed like with no chicks on the first. Ma Duke told me it was gonna be days like this, but Dukes never told me how to get paid like this. We mashed for our Noble went crazy. Noble goes crazy. So Noble can rap. Can he rap better than Nas? He said he's a fan of Nas. He loved Nas. He's a fan of Nas, but he just had to say what he had to say about Nas coming at Tupac, because he wasn't gonna have he just wasn't gonna have people speaking on his dead homie when his homie wasn't here to speak for himself. So y'all check it out. This is a Mango Lassie. Yo, the real deal. Yeah, y'all check it out. Listen to Noble's song. Is Nas gonna respond? Should Nas respond? You know, Noble just doing his thing with being loyal to Pop, no matter how long it's been. He just felt like people just talking too slick about his partner. And he did what he did. So y'all check it out. I just came through to drop a video about we coming. We cooking and we coming around. So just y'all bear with me. I'm putting everything together. And at the same time I'm putting everything together, I'm gonna make sure I stay consistent with giving you guys this work. I go by the name of DiGDemetrice, leader of the Millennium Warlords. New album coming soon, Evening of Warriors. DiGDemetrice. Hey Dig'em Networks. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll be back. Peace.